Vediamo un po' se qua siamo sul buono.
Salut!
Salut, comment tu vas?
Ça va, merci.
Ça va? Là, j'ai...
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Ne parlons pas de cheveux. Depuis que je me coupe les cheveux comme ça à la maison, c'est le cauchemar. Alors, est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse le live par ici? Bon. Ah, coucou tout le monde! Hello everybody! Justine, Deborah, Brie, Margot. Hello everybody!
Oi.
Arriving. Okay. Hello, Hilary. Who's arriving? I will do like this to see you. Hello, and today we are live on Instagram. I don't know if you read on the Momskin stories. I'm doing Instagram takeover on Everest Asher Instagram profile, which is my teacher since long time, and I made a takeover on her Instagram, and so I'm broadcasting our lesson in the Instagram live on the other side, which is I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this, but I guess it's working. And your face will not be here since I'm not using Zoom. So, okay, let's wait for everybody to join. Okay, everybody is joining slowly. Allora, Deborah, Fabiana, hello, Lucie, hello, Charlotte, coucou. And here we have Julia and I can see. Hi, everybody, also here. We are waiting everybody to join. So, how was your week? How was your graphic journaling week? You can unmute yourself if you want to say something. Okay, it's working. Okay, I can see you arriving. Okay. I see Marina. Where are you? Everybody's coming on the connection. I'm going to unmute you if I can. Can you hear me? See, I don't know. I can't unmute your microphone. I don't know why. I only can put you on mute. This is very strange. Okay. So 5:03. Let's wait 2 more minutes for the late people arriving. Okay. Hello, Beku.
Hello.
Hello.
Wait, sorry.
Hello. It's okay. It's okay. Hello, Nicole. I can see everybody's coming. We are missing. Who's missing? Setsky and Geraldine. Geraldine will be not here today because she was in the woods. So I hope that I will manage to record the Zoom session. So she will catch up after. Okay, who's arriving? Kosetsky is here. Marty is arriving. And okay. And on the other side, hello everybody. We are going to do the graphic journaling session. So we'll have some new people on the Instagram Live, but also here on the Zoom. Okay. So, is there anybody of you who want to tell me if this week practiced the graphic journaling? I see some people doing like oh, didn't do the homework, but no, it's okay. It's not an homework, but you know, like, did you manage? Yes or no? I see like this, two hands, a lot of like this. Yes or no? But okay, did you manage to draw a little? Did you enjoy some drawing time? Yes, I see like this, so it's okay. Okay, and I will just take like 5 minutes to make a small introduction to the graphic journaling, to our invited people on the live. So graphic journaling is our practice to tell our everyday life, but you can apply the graphic journaling also to memories or to some themes, like if you go on a trip and you want to make a travel journal and graphic journal, you can. And so in this class, it's not about learning the drawing skills, even if drawing skills help you to manage to faster to do what you want to do with your drawing. Is like a training, like a movement training. The more you draw and the more you get your hand used to the drawing. And so the graphic journaling is more about staying in the moment and in observing your life and in observing your feeling and put them on paper so you can maybe process them faster or just see them. So, as usual, we are going to start with a small meditation. So we just can go back in our place. And as usual, I would like you to keep your journal in front of you, open to the new page, to the next new page you have. And also you can prepare your favorite pens or pencil, the thing you use every time to draw. So put them in front of you, and after the meditation, we are going to proceed to some self-portrait exercise. So for the one who are on Zoom, you already know you can click on your face and your face will become bigger and then you will see yourself in the Zoom. And for those who are in the Instagram, maybe you have the way of going in front of a mirror or see yourself in some way. It would be perfect to see your face and do this exercise of coming back to your body, to your face. Okay, so let me check. There is, okay, Barbara also arrived.
Ciao.
Ciao, cara. I can see you. Yes, with your, I love your earrings every time, your bicolor.
Yeah, it's my friend and me.
So, okay, I'm going to mute you just so we don't have the noise of your home for the meditation, but after the meditation and during the whole session, you can always unmute yourself And you can ask a question if you need, and in the Instagram live too. Okay, let's sit nice and tall. Okay, and we are going to begin in a comfortable seated position, and sit tall through your spine. And begin to relax your shoulder and settle in the breath. And wherever your hand falls naturally, embrace that, and can be palm facing up, facing down, or close to your center, or also together in your lap. Don't think too much about it, just rest. And we are going to start by listening to our body. We are going to be present. Feel the air on your maybe arm or face, the space around you. Be present with an open mind, available for whatever this afternoon is in store. And take a moment to notice how you're breathing. And while you're noticing your breathing, you can choose to close your eyes or also keep a soft gaze, eyes open. Breathe in, breathe out. Now deepen your breath, and while breathing out, drop your chin to your chest. And when you breathe in, lift your nose up to the sky. And breathe out, chin to your chest. Breathe in, nose to the sky. Breathe out, chin to the chest. One more time. Breathe in, nose to the sky. And then come back in the center. And take your hands to your belly. And continue breathing. And breathe into your hands. Nice, full conscious breathing. Breathe in and the belly expand. Nice, mindful, slow exhalation. Breathe out, navel draws in. One more time, breathe in, belly expand. Breathe out, the navel draws in. And now, in each inhale, surrendering. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, one more time. And exhale. See if you can allow this conscious breathing to affect your mood. And if your mind wanders, just gently notice it and come back to your breath. Breathe in, take all the energy in. Breathe out, surrender. Breathe in, hold the energy in. Breathe out, soften your shoulder. Again, breathe in, take all the energy in. And breathe out, soften your jaw. And now, slowly brings your hands to your heart. And gently bow your chin to the chest. Breathe in, mentally set an intention, and breathe out, send the energy to the ground. Breathe in, take all the energy in, and breathe out, send your energy to the ground. Okay, now, as you didn't do already, set an intention for your drawing activity, what you want to have for this afternoon. Can be a sentence, a word, something you need to be conscious of, or something you feel it's important, but it's not a to-do list. It's just a sensation you want to live in during the class. Okay. Take your time to the last breathing, and when you are ready, take this intention and write it in the first line of your page that you have in front of you. So you can see it for the whole duration of the class. Okay, if you're ready, we are going to take, just as an exercise to come back to our center and see ourselves. There is no assignment, just look at yourself in the Zoom image and draw a self-portrait on the first page under your statement. We are going to take like 1 small minute, just look at yourself, trust your eyes and look your face. Okay. I have a stopwatch for today, no timer. We are like athletes. Okay, take your time. Okay, 15 more seconds. Just a quick 1 line self-portrait of yourself. Okay, and take your time to finish. We are not in a rush. And these kind of class are like for everybody, and everybody can draw. Some of you already know this because you are coming to this class since the month of April, and it was quite a ride. But every children draw, and then we stop drawing when we are like 8 or 9. In the moment we told us that we couldn't do it, or somebody didn't understand what we drew, and we got this judgment on what we do. And but we all can translate a story into image, like when you play and you are a kid and you take whatever object, and this object can become a toy because you are projecting and you are playing with this object. This is like the same thing of drawing. You are taking an image and you are translating it, you are projecting it. Also, when you talk with gestures, I don't know if only we Italian talk with gestures, or like it was this big, or was this big or this tall, and you're drawing in the air, you're making image. So there is a moment when you draw that you can start, you can continue enjoying it, but when we are adult, we judge what we do and we say, this is horrible, and all the Zoom attendees, all the Patreon students already know this. Is there anybody who want to tell to our Instagram people what happened to a drawing when the drawing sucks and you do a very bad drawing? What does it happen? Unmute yourself and tell us. If you do a drawing and this drawing is like, you think is,
the drawing doesn't care if it's good or bad.
Yes. Yes, the drawing doesn't care. If you do a bad drawing, the drawing is still there. And if you do a good drawing, what doesn't happen? Like if you do a very good drawing and you're like, oh, this is so beautiful, what does it happen?
It's the same. You have to go to the next page and let it go.
Indeed, I love you so much. You two were the first of the class. It's like the same. If you do a drawing in your page and you go like, I made the very more perfect drawing, you can't stay on this page forever. You must turn the page and go on in a moment. So it's the same. Bad drawing, you turn the page and you go on. Good drawing, you turn the page and you go on. And in your graphic journal, you can do whatever you want, because your graphic journal is your place. It's not an object, it's a place. It's your own room. So when we draw, we create habits for our hand, so we don't have to be afraid or take the pen and go into drawing. And when we do exercise like this with a self-portrait, we just learn how to trust our eyes. So when you judge your drawing, also like you kill this part of the drawing who is alive, who is very vibrant, because you want it to be good, you want it to be perfect, and you put yourself in a state of like performance. And as soon as you go out of play, of joy, you don't enjoy your act of drawing. You kill your drawing, you kill your practice. So like maybe you kill is a little bit extreme, but this is the thing we are going to go is like to see the beauty of what we do despite of what we are doing, like the Beauty and the Beast, like Belle who fall in love with the beast because she can see past the judgment of the beast, or there are a lot of fairy tale like this, and you want to go in this state when you are going to your graphic journal, because we are not looking for the final drawing. So I don't know if in the live session everybody drew their graphic journal. Maybe you can write in the comment. You on the Zoom, I know you did it, and so I don't remember if there are new Zoom Patreons who didn't do the monster drawing from the doodling, from the little, how do you call, when we did the Margot, maybe you wasn't here when we do this, and who also didn't manage, I can't remember, maybe Marina, you were there when we drew the monster? Yeah, yes, you were there. Okay, I will do maybe a quick recap. We are going to do, for starting, just a 2-minute monster creature, because we need a character, and sometimes we can approach the drawing of a character without going into panic, like, oh my God, I can't draw, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What you can do, you take your pen, like a pencil, a very light color, and you do a scribble on your page, and you see this form, this mass you made, your scribble, and you try to find in this scribble some kind of creature or monster, some kind of character. So we are going to do this just for 2 minutes, because we need a character. But for those who already like enjoying or was there when we studied the character of Ivan Brunetti, or also that they want to draw their character, you can do your own if you want, but it must be fast. So maybe the scribble technique is a very fast way to go into doing the character. So recap: take a new page, take a very light pencil or light color, do a light scribble, no sense, don't make sense, do a light scribble on your page. Look at the scribble and try to find the form of the scribble and to see a creature, to see a monster, to see a strange animal, how you prefer. But I need you to make a small character, a small like form. And when we go drawing into creature or monster, we don't need to make sense. We don't need to have the eyes in the right place, the legs on the right position or right size, or I don't know. We can cut all this judgment about the right shape we want to do to the drawing. We just go for it very freely. So, like, okay, I'm doing with my stopwatch. I like this a lot. Okay, wow. Okay, let's go. Just one small minute. Do your scribble, create your little monster, and yes, maybe 2 minutes. 1 minute is like maybe too fast. So here in the Instagram live, we have Margot and Kate. Hello, everybody. Margot, it's your first time, it's okay. Kate, hello, you are in the mama skin. You drew your face first time in 20 years. I love this, that we can start drawing again, and it's so cool. For me, it's like saving. Essential interbeing, it's your first time, and everybody who joined, I see you, and Clara, cuckoo, and K1M, hello, I'm so happy you managed to come from New York. Everybody, I see you. Okay, I'm so happy to have you here. Just 1 minute to go to finish your monster. And then we are going to divide our page. I need to show you. Okay, let me check. Since today I don't have the alarm because I'm using my telephone to make the Instagram live. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Okay. Hello, Kuzumis. So lovely you came. So, like, I hope you're drawing your little scribbling monster. We just need a character and we just want to go fast. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Tedzgi, is it possible I'm seeing you here also in the Instagram live? I see you on the both sides, it's so cool. Okay, does everybody did their scribble? What did I do? Oh my, okay. I can't use this stopwatch, but it's okay. Everybody drew their little monster? Are you okay? So now I want you to take one new page, I guess. And do you remember, often we divide the page in 4. Now I need you, if you can, divide the page in 6. So maybe what you want to do, instead of keeping your journal like this, maybe you want to go like this and put 2 vertical lines like this. K1M, you do the sea monster. I love sea monsters. So you do 2 vertical lines like this and 1 horizontal line like this. You want to have like 6 sections in your page. Okay, you can maybe put your page in horizontal, and if you have very small, journal, it depends. If you have a very small one, you can go 1 drawing each page. I give you guidelines, but then you also follow what is good for you. So, and I want you to do this. Okay, I'm giving you. Sorry. Like I'm putting it not in the nice. Okay, 4, 6. Okay, you are going to write number very small. I will give you the order of the number, but in each section, in the up left side, you are going to write a number, not in the order, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to put the first one in the up side is the 1. Possible to see. I don't know if you see myself like split, but anyway, on the up left side is the section number 1. Then you have section number 5. Then section number 3. And then on the bottom line, starting from left, you have section number 4, section number 6, and section number 2. Okay, you don't have to put these numbers too much big, because we want to draw in this section. This is just to know in which order you have to put the drawing I'm going to tell you to do. Is it clear? Did I manage to explain? I have problem with left and right every time. So up 1, 5, 3, and down 4, 6, 2. Okay? So we are going to take, as usual, the Patreons know the stopwatch rules, because if we draw with a stopwatch, we must go until the end. We have this amount of time, and we can't go out of this time frame. So we are going to take maybe 3 minutes each. Okay, let me manage. So in the section number 1, so it's the first on the left side in the top row, you are going to draw your monster, the creature you look at, as a newborn, but you are going to draw a little scene. Like, you want to know, no words, but you want to see in this little section drawing, this panel, you want to see where is this newborn and who is there with him, or with them, or with her. I don't know who is this monster, but okay. So take your creature, take your character, see it as a newborn, and create this little panel. But you want to see who's there and where is he, and maybe you want to use your own life as an example or not. Okay? Is it? Mm. Sorry, 3 minutes, but I can. Ah, yes. Okay. The thing with drawing the monster, as I said, you know, like doing the doodling, the scribbling, and then doing the monster, is because when we improvise and we don't think about it, we tap into our intuition, into our playful side. And we want to, like, by doing like this, we go with our guts, with our heart, without thinking about it. And what happens is often that we realize that we are able to draw, and we wouldn't think we could draw this monster. Okay, 2 minutes to go. And when we become comfortable with creating character with our mind's eye, like translating this, what we imagine, into real drawings, then we also, how can I say, it's like I was saying then it's more easy to draw reality. It's not more easy, but like when you draw reality, it's like you can trust your eyes, like we did at the beginning. You look at yourself, you look your image, and you draw what you see. Maybe you the first time, second time, 10th time, you are not able to draw a nose or a mouth, but you can always go back to your eyes and look at it. But when you want to imagine things, you want to be able to make this translation into imaging and lines. Imaging and lines. It's like, it's not the same place. You are not drawing from the same place. Okay, 30 more seconds to go. Okay. No. Okay. 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 So now in the section number 2, which is probably the bottom on the right, you're going to take this character and you want to see them very old in your mind's eyes, and you're going to draw a scene for their funeral. Like you want to draw a very good ritual, and maybe there is a picture of a very old monster, and Justine, don't cry. Cancerian day, those Cancerian days energy. Write me one. I want to know in the chat your astrological sign, because I don't want. I'm curious how many Cancerian we have here in the. Fabiana. And then, okay, I'm flipping to another Cancerian. Who's Cancerian? No, maybe just us. Okay. Virgo, grande Bri, una mitica Virgo. So, I stop it. Okay. You're not, often we put words in our drawings. Today, for now, for this exercise, we are not putting draws, just an image, just a synthesis of an image. Ariete ascendente toro. Nicole, non ti vedo. Eccoti. Quindi stavo da poco il tuo compleanno. Kate here, Gemini, Elke, Aquarius, Cusiumis, Libra, and then K1M20, Leo. Oh, so cool. So, 1 minute and a half to go. No, 1 minute to go. Okay. .30 seconds. Okay. Now, number 3. So it's upper row on the right. Sagittarius, I continue reading the. So in the number 3, you want to take your creature, your monster, and turn into a rebel teenager, like draw a scene, like maybe you can use something you did. The only assignment is take your creature, your monster, turn it into a teenager, draw a scene, and the monster must have something, some object, interacting with some object. So can be I don't know, a rebellious teenager object. So, okay, let's go. 3 more minutes. Even if you think it's too difficult, even if you think I don't know how to translate this image, this thing I have in my mind into an image, you don't care because you have just 3 minutes to suffer. Go for it. And then you know that at the end of the 3 minutes, you will be over.
Which panel should I draw?
The number 3.
3, okay.
Yes, which is the upper row on the right.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, perfect. While you draw, I'm going to read all the Ariete, Leo, Charlotte, Virgo, Deborah. Deborah, I have so many difficulties, this kind of exercise. Draw fantastic things or imaginary things is so sad for me. Yes, because the thing is, like, as I said before, like drawing the real life sometimes can be easier, but not because it's easier with your hand. It's just easier because you know you can trust what you see. And if you get caught in this thinking about it's too difficult, it's like very hard for me, you just have to look at it, look what you see. And when you go with the imaginary, it can help to say there is no right way to draw a monster. You can have with whatever form you want. And Setsgi is Sagittarius and Barbara Leo. Elke, what is your object you have in mind? send me a picture. In those who are in the Instagram live after the class is about 1 hour and a half. I think that the live will cut out, so maybe I will start another and then you can come back to the live. But at the end of the class, you want to maybe send me the drawings. I'm curious. So 30 more seconds. And then we will have just other 3 drawings to go. Marti, toro, ascendente bilancia. Mitico toro, il toro pure. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, now we are going to draw number 4, which is bottom row on the left side, and we are going to take this monster and turn him what a monster is like the animal. No, I'm going to use a gender neutral pronoun. You're going to turn your monster into a young adult, like they are past their teenager crisis, and now they turn into a very happy young adult, very balanced. Okay, go. A young adult who has their act together. And to go back to what Deborah said about I use the Deborah, what you say, just to, because I think it can be related to a lot of people, maybe here. Kate writes us, my monster has no limbs, so it's smoking. So, you know, no limbs. Limbs is like this. So it's maybe like this, I don't know. So the thing is that sometimes when you manage to do this kind of exercise, like creating some character from a scribble, from a form, we go past the judgment that we can't make it. And sometimes we can't make it in a lot of things because we think that we can't start something until we are good at it. Like, I don't know if there is some of you, I imagine, yes, that practice yoga. And when you say to a friend, I practice yoga, then maybe a friend who don't practice yoga say, I'm not enough flexible to practice yoga. Or for a lot of things, it's like, okay, but this is the practice. It's like, you don't need to know how to draw to start drawing and to start enjoying. Sometimes we need to keep the doors open to the unknown and go and see what happens. So 1 minute to go. And Kate say, I got right, the monster with no limbs. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay. I see Justine dancing. Can I? No, I can't put, I can't click, and so I open your image, you know, like. Okay. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry. So we have still have 2. So the number 5, which is upper row in the middle. Okay, upper row in the middle is your creature, who's a kid and is doing some activity. Vedo un piccolino lì dietro io. Lo vedo, ciao. The master is doing some activity. Maybe you can go tap in your memory as a kid and some activity you used to do or not, but you want to put your master as a kid doing kid stuff. Okay. Like quel piccolino hiding behind the brie. The thing, sometimes when you have to go in a rush to create a little scene, tapping in our own memory can make it easier to create, like, okay, maybe when I was a kid, I play with, I don't know, and I will draw this, but you're not obliged to do this. Samsara, you missed the beginning of the session. I will be doing another. No, I will not save this live on the Instagram, but you can stick with us. We are drawing monsters. We are almost at the end of this exercise, but stay with us because we have other exercise, and the class will be about 1.5 hours. So at the end of this first hour live, I will start another live. Emily, my Empress Emily, my fellow. Okay, still you have halfway through. Emily, do you have your journal and pens to draw? Stick with us. Stick with us because we are almost at the end of this exercise, and maybe we'll do, no, not maybe, we will do more. So you can draw with us. Okay, still 1 minute. You're welcome, Samsara. I realized that when I move my telephone. I hope that this image is not too much like in the sea. Ciao, Emily. Thank you. Okay, 30 seconds to go. So remember, only image, no words. So you must, sometimes I love putting words in my drawing because words give like, they go together. Also because, oh, okay, 3 minutes. Okay, sorry. Last one, number 6. So I guess it's the last one you have free, the last panel you have free. Bottom line in the middle. You are going to draw your monster, your creature, like a middle-aged person, and you're going to set this drawing while this monster is at work. So create a work setting, can be anything, can be any kind of work, but you want to set them into a work environment. Okay, go. I forgot what was about to say, but it's okay. I don't remember. Setsky monster has 6 limbs and going on a bike to work. So cool. So your monster is going to work. So now you have the chance to draw the monster at work. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay. This is what I was telling before. Now I remember that drawing with the doodling, with the scribble, make you start the drawing, because I want to finish what I say to Deborah. And the thing is that also for other people who think that can't draw, the thing is when you go past this and you go drawing a little monster, even if you think you couldn't do it, then you realize you can do it, you know, and you have it in you. You have the imagination and doing with the mind's eyes. Okay, we are done with the monster. So now I guess that everybody, okay, Kate say, turns out my monster has very long typing tongue. Yes, no hands at work can be very difficult. So now you look at your page and you have draw a strip comics about the life of a creature. You didn't realize it, but it's like it's there, and you made it. And so it's like dividing. Yes, you can applaud yourself. You just do a 1-page 6-panel comic, and it's not autobiography, or maybe autofiction. So drawing monster set you free, because when you are stuck in the drawing, like we did the other day, you have to go into action. Like the other time we did the hand. You put your hand and then you create this kind of frame. But this kind of techniques also is the same. It's like you are stuck, you do your little scribble, and you know you open something, you open some door, you can go for it, and you don't listen to the I can't, it's difficult and everything. So the more you do this, and you are not obliged to do a scribble every time. Like there is a moment that you are used to your monster drawing and you will not need the escamotage, maybe it's not the right in English. Like you will not need to trick yourself into drawing something from fantasy. Like when you do the scribble, you trick yourself into doing some imaginative character because you create some shape and then you say, okay, this shape is this kind of monster. Once you get used to it, you will enjoy this very much. I say once you can used to it, you will get used to it, but maybe it's like in 2 minutes because we are doing another exercise. Maybe. So now that you all know here that you can draw monsters, some of you, oh, what did I do? Sorry, what did I do? Okay. The live finished. It's okay. I'm going to start another live. Okay. Do you remember last time we drew the self-portrait with 2 hands? Everybody remember? Margot, you weren't there last time. No, okay, totally. Because so last time we drew our self-portrait as we did at the beginning. Beginning. Sorry. And using both hands. We look at our face, very good, and we take 2 different pens. Ideally, can be fun to have 2 different color or 2 different like texture, so you will recognize once you have finished, but is as you wish. We do this like we look at ourselves, at our face, we know our face, and we do this. What we are going to do today is like new page, full page, okay? I wrote down, preparing this exercise, I tried and I wrote down 8 minutes. Maybe 8 minutes is a little bit too long because I'm afraid that we have more exercise to come and I want to be able to finish them it all. So maybe we can take 5 minutes, and if you think it's not enough, we can push a little bit. So what we are going to do is you open a new page, very blank page, new one, you will go to draw in full effect, and now you have 2 different challenge here, like creating a monster. Like I said before, once you get used to the scribble, then you can do without, like now, okay, no scribble, create your monster. But since you don't want to be stuck in thinking, you are going to do it with both hands. So you can draw some symmetrical monster because you want to move your hands like at the same time, or you will see, and I think you will feel it. For those who were here last time, you already know the feeling, and you try this exercise with some kind more easy approach, which is a self-portrait. Maybe the monster will be more challenging, but also will get you, is a more free assignment, because the monster you can go when where it feels good. So don't put so much pressure, enjoy. It's like a game, like when you were before 8 years old. I will put the stopwatch. We have people who are coming back to the class. I hope you managed to hear the assignment. We are going to draw a monster, full page, 2 hands, 2 different color each hand. So 5 minutes starting now. And if you need more, but I think 5 minutes will be. And like enjoy is like don't judge what you're doing, and like we said before, in playing. When we are kid and we play, we enjoy the lines and we don't judge the drawing by the technique. And the thing is that sometimes, even for people who are like, there is their job to be an illustrator, sometimes it's difficult to go back to this part of aliveness, this aliveness of line. And when you trick your body into difficulties, like closing the eyes when like we did some times ago, or like the both hands, or don't watching the paper like we did also, it's like all different ways of going back to this place of discovering. Like it's the first time you draw. So take your time and really enjoy. Like if you feel like you feel like tense by performing a good drawing, remember what we do every time at the beginning of the session. Breathe. Come back to your breathing and breathe into the part of you who got stuck in the tension of the performance, and like just enjoy. And what will show up may surprise you. Also, your skills may surprise you. And you will discover that all the aliveness of the children drawing, all the pleasure of discovering is not lost when we grow up. We just have to remember how to remember, recall this forgotten activity. K1M, we are drawing a monster on a new page. You don't need to do the scribble before. You just take two different colors in your hand, or one pen and one pencil, two different kind of pens, and you have like 2.5 minutes left to draw with both hands a monster. So maybe it's not a lot of time left, but it's okay. Just try it, don't judge it, enjoy, and you may discover some surprise. Yes. When you draw with one hand, if you're not used to drawings, you're welcome. If you are not used to drawing with one hand maybe can make you anxious, but also if you are like an illustrator, or like professional drawer, a professional artist, or not professional but very skilled drawer, like most of you in the Zoom, going with both hands and will take you someplace you will not have gone with your hand, with your usual hand. I don't know how to say. Dominant hand. Using both like give you Samsara. I'm happy you're back. So cool. Then send me the image I want to see. Hi Stephanie, so happy to see you here. We are on the second part of the class, and okay, 10 seconds to go. Are you okay? Are you managed to arrive to the end of the assignment? If you need 1 more minute, just take your time, and you can, oops, I don't have Oh, battery. So write or remember this, as we said, some variation you can apply when you are stuck into some technical or some problem. Draw with both hands, but you can also try to draw with a non-dominant hand. Just you drop your dominant hand, you draw with the non-dominant. Because when we are uncertain, it helps with observation. And even if we want to develop drawing skills to go faster, to translate in image what we have in mind. But in parallel, we are also working on unlearning these skills. So we always keep this freshness. Okay, I think we are, I think everybody's done. And now that we are loosen our hands, like for, what time is it? For 1 hour 10, I think you are warm up, I guess. We are going to do a 7-minute graphic journaling exercise. Some of you, most of you already knew it, already knew this technique, but I want to apply it to some particular detailed memory. So I will explain for all the new Patreons who never did this, or for those people who wasn't like during the lockdown session, and also for the Instagram. You are going to take a new page and divide it in 4, like you draw a cross in the center. Maybe you want the horizontal line to be a little lower, like you have more space up than down, but whatever. You just need 4 different sections. We are doing a little bit different, like we did, as we did before, just to have a little changing. So, in the upper left side, you want to write a title. You want to write, I did. Like upper left side, I did. And then you will write a column or number from 1 to 7. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 7. Okay, then on the upper side, on the upper section, on the right side, you want to draw the title, I saw. Oops, sorry, I'm not in the camera. Okay, I did, I saw, and then you will write down, same, a column, 7 numbers, like 1, 2, 3, until 7. And then in the bottom side, you want to write on the left, the title is I heard. I will explain to all the new people. And in the last section, which is the right bottom side, you want to write, you want to just put a question mark as a title. Okay, everybody did this. So we are going to take 2 minutes to write down the first list of I did. And I want you to take the time. 2 minutes, it's quite long to write 7 words. The part which is longer is like the recalling. And so for the recalling, you sit, you go back into your breathing as we did at the beginning. And I want you to write down the thing you did the first day you went out after the quarantine lockdown started. So for some of you who are in countries who are out of lockdown, you want to you can use the memory of the first day after the lockdown ended. but some of you maybe are still quarantined. I think about the United States or other countries. So like Deborah in Brazil and Barbara and Margot. So where are you? Where are you, Margot? Which I want to know. And and the thing is, if you are still in lockdown, it's okay, because since the announce of the, I can't see. Chicago. Okay, I was sure you were French. I don't know why, Margot. You are French. Yes. Okay, perfect. So you are still in lockdown. So for those who are still in lockdown, you will recall anyway the first day you went out after the government announced, okay, now nobody has to go out without an authorization, but probably maybe you already went out to grocery shopping or for some reason. You want to make a list of the things you did the first time you put your nose out after the lockdown or after the lockdown was announced. Can be anything. I mean, can be small things. I put on gloves, or can be big things. I breathed or I felt, but the things you did. Is there some of you didn't went out at all? I have a message. Yes, Sedzgi. Of course, you are in this weird lockdown for the weekend, but you can go recall the sensation you have after they announced there was a lockdown. So it's the first time you went out, not as a free, like, okay, we go out, but it's like, okay, now there is a restriction and I'm going out, there is a virus. This is the sensation I want to recall. Okay, sorry, I didn't put the, okay, go. We take 2 minutes. Make a list. 7 is a quite long list, so it's don't think too much, like go and write down. Okay, 1 minute to go. This is a very quick list you can do, like I did, like a grocery shopping list. For those who are used to this, because we're also here for some of the previous session, you can also use this like the thing like you felt, you did and you felt. You can also use this, but writing what you did will also give you a very fast access to what you felt. My door, it's okay, the wind. Okay, 2 minutes are done. So now I'm going to speed up a little because I want to go to the drawing part. So 2 minutes, let's go to make the list of 7 things you saw. So can be near, can be far, what caught up your eyes. And here it's, are you, okay. the thing is that when you write down as a graphic journaling exercise, like what you did and what you saw, both things are linked to what you felt. So, and what you felt come to your memory very fastest than. So when you write down what you did and what you saw, make you stay in a more like a cold state, like you make your list. Okay, I did this and I saw this. But every time you will go back to this list, your memory of what you felt will come up. Okay, less than 30 seconds. Okay, so, okay, 10 seconds. Okay, now we are going to take 30 seconds to write down what we heard. Can be something in the street, something some people who went out with us said, or something we heard, some word. Okay, go. 30 seconds, just can be, I don't know, maybe you were wearing headphones, you were listening to a podcast or to music, but something you heard in your ear, here. Okay, 3 seconds. Okay, so the last part, which is the first time we do also in the other graphic journaling veterans, I don't know what to say. The question mark is like the question you felt about that day. We did this kind of exercise last time. Sometimes we got a question in our mind, like will I make it? Will I manage to do this? We will be all right? Will we be all right? I'm not sorry for my English. You know, sometimes we have some question that sometimes provoke some kind of anxiety. Will I manage to do this, or are we safe? Or I don't know. I don't want to give you too much examples, so but go. If you can recall, and you can maybe stay with your breath and close your eyes and. Okay, so this is the basic structure you want to have when you keep a graphic journal. This is the place you go to remember. So what we are going now is take a few seconds to read over what you just write. Okay. Look at this, look at the words, feel the sensation. Maybe some words more than other will rise some sensation. Some words more than other will rise some image in your mind or something you want to tell. And look at it and then turn the page. And we are going to take, so what time is it? Because, okay, we are going to take like 3 minutes or maybe 5, to draw the scene, some scene you have from this. You take the list, and maybe some of the things you did and heard or saw are in the same image, and you want to tell this image. So we are going to take a few minutes to draw this scene, but please draw yourself also in the scene, like it's someone watching what happened from outside. But don't start yet. We are going to do this, but since we are here and it's the graphic journaling session and everything, you are going to use your non-dominant hand. So if you are left-handed, the right, and if you are right-handed, the left. I see Brie want to kill me, and everybody wants to want to quit the conversation, the Zoom call, and just, okay, we are going to take like maybe 5 minutes, okay? Let's go. Dominant hand. So now, as before we did the both hand, the monster, we have double difficulty because we have both hands and the monster to draw without the scribbling as a sketch. Now you have translating what you want to put on paper, which often is difficult, but also you have the non-dominant hand barrier. Samsara, yes, this is, Samsara says, this is really testing my perfectionist, my perfectionist tendencies. So yes, so, but those are just like little games, but this kind of structure, when you do your graphic journaling, this list, I saw, what I heard, the question, and putting everything on a list can make you access to your recalling of the day very fast before translating it in image. So, but I wanted to put some difficulties because a lot of people here in the Zoom session are used to this kind of techniques, so I want it to be a little bit difficult. Okay. And I wanted to keep it short. So we did 2 minutes the list, the two lists, and 30 seconds the bottom section. Often you can take 3 minutes for each list and then 30 seconds for each bottom section, which only take 7 minutes to do this exercise before the drawing. So even if you don't have time, I strongly recommend you practice this every day or every morning when you sit in a 7 minutes, 7, and I do this, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is not a long time to just stop your image in your word, in your journal. Okay. And you can, now the assignment is to draw yourself in the scene, but then there are so many different ways of putting the eyes of the observer of the drawing. We saw them in the Zoom maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, but okay. Okay, I wanted to finish the class with a self-portrait, but we are a little just tight on the timing. But maybe we'll take anyway 30 seconds more to. Okay, we have about 1 minute to go. How does it feel? I see Charlotte like making a dance of the end. Let me see. I see some people don't dance anymore. I break you. the mad professor, the evil professor. Too difficult. No, I'm joking. So, okay, few more seconds, but we are done. I hope you managed to draw, but you have your list. You can come back to this anyway. So I wanted to finish, since we use both hand and then the non-dominant hand, I would like to go back to the self-portrait, just to close our session. Just 30 seconds self-portrait, very fast, but now you have your hand loosened. Look at your face, click on your face on Zoom, find a mirror, or for the ones who are on Instagram, and okay, go 30 seconds, just very fast. It's just like the titoli di coda, I don't know how to say in English, like the, I don't know in English, like the end, the tail.
With the dominant hand or non-dominant hand?
If you are like work from non-dominant, go with non-dominant, but it's not an assignment. You can go just with your hand and see how after 1 hour and a half drawing and switching the perception, how do you feel, like just in a very banal, do you say this in English, like very plain, simple, drawing your self-portrait with a very simple dominant hand? Banal, maybe it's not the word. Mundane, okay, it's a very, okay, we are done for today. I'm sorry. Before we say goodbye, I would like to hear from some of you if you have some feeling about today. How does it went? Even here in the comment, if you want, you can ask if you feel good, if you...
Oh, I can say something?
Yes, of course. I can see you.
So, especially drawing with the non-dominant hand is very scary at the beginning, but then you see that you are bad at it, and it will be a bad drawing, so you care less. We said it at the beginning, it doesn't matter if the drawing is good or bad, but with the non-dominant hand, it's even easier to get to that mind setting.
Yes, to let you can let go more easy, because maybe you don't have expectation.
Yes.
You have less expectation, so you say, okay, like, maybe next time we'll try with the feet. No, I'm joking. So here we have Samsara who loved it. Thank you, K1M, surprising, and Kate say fabulous. Thank you for your time. Feel quite liberated. The right amount of challenge. Did you felt challenge? You here on Zoom? Is there some exercise you challenge more than another? I see Lucy doing this, and then you felt some challenge? Yes, okay. And in which part? I can't. Okay, Samsara said, I've always been so serious. I'm trying to play more, and this was very helpful. Yes, play, enjoy, follow the joy, and it's very easy to say. It's not very easy to apply. Also, for me, like because sometimes we think that it must be difficult for us to be a talented, skilled artist. We must do a very difficult technique, but when we draw in the graphic journal, but not only, we want to be ourselves, because it sounds mundane, but there is only one like us. And so each expression you have in your drawing skills, it's like yours. There is not same. So there is no way you can do it wrong if it's you, if you are in tune. And okay. Kate say, not taking my art so serious, of course. And also we say less time, times we need to be serious, we need to take our art seriously, because we need to manage, I don't know, we are sketching because we are architects, or we have a deadline, we are doing a graphic job, like illustration, or like I'm a tattooer, I can manage to say, oh, I go with the flow, because maybe the person I have in front of me say, I don't like this, but the graphic journal is your space, it's your liberating. I'm seeing there is comments. Setsky say, I'm definitely challenged by the memory drawing that includes myself. Yes, because drawing the graphic journal means you must get used to the art of seeing what you're living, and so you must get start to notice what you're living. And sometimes we don't do this because we are cut in our mind, and so come back to the memory is difficult, because we don't know where are we in the memory, like not where in the space, but like in the feeling. Are we aware of what we are living? Are we living like in the present? And so going with this practice will help you also, like you remember, and so it's an exercise of remembering what you did. So you say, okay, I felt this, I see this, but also after, like the day after, you go outside and you will start notice more, because you will start thinking, okay, this, I want this to be in my graphic journal because this touched me, or I felt this way. Lucy said, drawing with the non-dominant hand is quite challenging, especially when you already struggle with your dominant hand. Of course, but maybe you will make your both hands skilled, and at the end you will use both. Barbara, the two hands experiment with two pens is so cool. I felt free. It should be amazing, made in a big surface. Of course, like in an action movement, there are some artists who do this, and you will. So it's not only the drawing, it's also like the movement of your body. Okay, everybody.
Can I add something? For me, it was really challenging, the exercise about the character, because I'm really used to draw myself and not so much on creating other characters. And the fact that we started with a scribble was really helpful for me. And also I really liked the second part of this exercise, because while I was drawing, I realized that I was projecting on the drawing, like for example, my idea of what does it mean to be balanced and happy, when like in the fourth session you asked about like to draw a young adult, happy and balanced, you know. So I realized while I was trying to imagine what the creature was doing, I realized that, okay, that's my idea now of what does it mean to be balanced and happy. And the same was about the work and the death, and like who I would like to be there and everything. So it was super interesting.
Yes, this is so interesting, and it's always when we take the distance from what, when we take the distance, like by drawing someone else, and will allow us to express more freely, because when you are into the memory or into the expectation and not from a distant part, it's more difficult to divide what we think, what we want, what we should think and everything. But when you are drawing someone else, you are more free to just go with some more instinct part, and so can be a way of then go back to your drawing, and when you read it again you say, as a matter of fact, I would like this for myself. And once you put it on your page in a form of a list or in a form of a story, you make it real in a small percentage. So you open your possibility to go through this because you see it. I have made in my book Born to Lose. The Italian know it, but it's only in Italian. It's from my graphic journals. The first pages are a list I did on the very first graphic journal. I started daily, as a practice, and it was 2011. And I made this list, like a thing I would like to have. And the fact that put these things on the page, and I put it outside of me, and most of these things realize themselves in the time, even if I didn't do on purpose to doing this. It's like when you draw it, it's like you cast a spell in some way. So the graphic journaling sometimes can be helpful to help you also see where you are. Does it make sense? Yes. Okay, so thank you. Some more? Are we okay? I don't want to raccrocher à votre nez, how do you say, to hang out, but if you still want to say something, or maybe we will see each other on the Facebook group and on the Patreon and on the Momeskin and everything, and next Sunday. Okay? So, bye-bye. See you later, and thank you. Bye.